find warm front, very warm, moist air to the south and west of this is flowing up and over some cooler, slightly drier air near the surface. As that warmer air rises up over the cooler air, moisture condenses, we see a fair amount of rain. We're watching for more thunderstorms to start firing up here right along the warm front as we go through the next hours in the evening. The severe weather threat has been painted on the map through midnight, including places like Chicago, St. Louis, Indianapolis, heading down toward Evansville, Indiana, and on toward Madison, Milwaukee, just about as far west as Iowa.
These were fine just a few minutes ago. I'm not quite sure what is going on. Gremlins in the computer system. So much for the earthquake report. Back east, watching yet another corrupt frame. Is there any reason to continue with this? Well, we've got to get through the forecast. Low 70s in Southern California. There we go. 65 in San Francisco. Pacific Northwest not looking half bad with your highs getting up there to the 40s. And 50s along the coast. Zodiac, another bad frame. Okay, here we go. Look ahead Wednesday. The cold air plunges south. I'll wait till tomorrow morning to open one with you. Here's the forecast for tomorrow.
And it's Monday, it's just about over, thank goodness. We're looking at Tarrytown, New York, and we were talking about a foot or more of snow. Travel very difficult. Overnight tonight, things getting better slowly in the northeast for tomorrow, Tuesday.
This was one powerful storm. Hello and welcome to Weather Center. I'm Dave Schwartz.
And I'm Lisa Moser. Thanks so much for joining Dave and me at this late hour. We are happy to report some improved conditions across parts of the northeast. Let's take a look at some of the snow photos, Dave. They continue to add up at this late hour where the snow wasn't falling too heavily in Boston. That has now changed. We'll be talking more about the Boston snow overnight tonight. In southern New Hampshire, 24 inches of snow. That's a lot of snow. In Danbury, Connecticut, 19 inches of snow. In Worcester, Massachusetts, now at 13 inches of snow. I do want to remind everyone that as you get out and about and try to deal with this very heavy, very wet snow, it could be a danger to your health because we have snow that's on the ground that is of a high water content. And I'm going to ask our director to go back to the snow photos because we have another page I want to pass on to you. This is updated here just a short time ago, looking at Concord, New Hampshire, at 11 inches of snow. Albany, New York, just under 7 inches of snow. Philadelphia, PA, 3 inches of snow.
Jeff, let's go ahead and show you just exactly what Jeff has been looking at as we take a look at radar here. We can show you the squall line of severe thunderstorms, actually the severe weather from parts of Minnesota all the way down to parts of north central Kansas. We'll focus in here and show you what's been happening over the last several hours. By the way, I also have a tornadic thunderstorm cell there that's working its way on up across Ida County northeastward in Iowa. Here's the squall line of severe thunderstorms here, which is just to the west of the Weather Channel's Jeff Morrow. They were in Burke County right here. Here is that squall line of severe thunderstorms. Let's sort of focus in on it. Here's Omaha. Right here, the thunderstorms right on them. The cool downrush of air is what Jeff was talking about, the gust front with the very heavy rains and lightning just to their west. We will be coming back to Jeff hopefully in about 30 minutes or so when we will be looking east at this departing line of severe weather. This cell here.
Westward to Orfordville, Janesville, and back into Iowa. It was a very wet night. Now we're picking up some heavy rain to the south. Now, this is an image you see quite often here on the Weather Channel, but we are upgrading our radar here. The old radar just has 6 different levels of intensity, but as you'll see here tonight, there are now 8 levels of intensity. Same precipitation, just some more detail for you. Here's what it looks like right now in the Midwest. We are in Ohio, CNH, and Columbus, and we've got some light to moderate to occasionally heavy rain between Columbus and Parkersburg. This is all moving towards the east.
Towards south, and of course, still cleaning up here across parts of Texas, Louisiana. Thank goodness most of the rain has held off. Actually, some of the worst rain across the south, across extreme southern Texas, has nothing to do with high. Let's zoom into this area. Of course, if you're doing any traveling here around the Laredo area and going just north on 35, big problems here. Flood watches in the solid green for much of southern parts of Texas. This part is a flash flood warning right here north of Laredo. Again, right along Interstate 35. This is north and west county. Some Doppler radar estimates about 2 to 4 inches of rainfall, and the rain is still coming down. Some highways to watch out for: 83 and 44. Looking at some flooded roadways right now. So try and hold off on traveling 35 across southern Texas if you can. Much of Interstate 10 looking pretty good, although New Orleans is recently dealing with some showers and thunderstorms. Also watching this frontal boundary. Boy, does it have some cool air with it. We'll show you those numbers in a moment. Working towards Atlanta. Atlanta dry right now. Chattanooga looking at a few showers. Some parts of Interstate 75 looking a little bit tricky here. Let's go ahead and show you what it looks like though as we head through the next couple of days. And here's that front I'm talking about. And as it pushes towards Atlanta, you notice those showers and thunderstorms really start popping up for us